Hello everyone and welcome back to Fire Emblem Three Houses. I am John MugiwaraJM, and let's continue. When we last left off, we reunited with the other houses in the Battle of Gronder Field, and I believe I killed Dimitri, Ingrid, Mercedes. God, I killed so many people on the Blue Lion side. Nobody on the Black Eagles because they got away. So without further ado, let's continue. First, check the certifications. I don't think I checked any of them at all since I was last here. I gotta remember to actually use some of these t-shirts because I really want to build up my my crew, but these guys are getting like no love. Maybe on some paralogs I'll take them. Ooh, Sylvain can do this one instead. Yeah, Sylvain's been lagging behind. I want to give him the warrior. Can he do it? Oh, no axes in the convoy. Or advanced seals. Come on, Sylvain, you can do it. 69%. Your favorite percent. Hey, he got it. That reminded him to do better.
Huh, okay. No big deal, really.
Where the fuck to get Umbran Steel? Oh, the Levin sword. Holy crap. God, I really friggin' need some Umbran Steel. Oh, and there's also some support cutscenes I haven't done yet. Lorenz and Raphael. Let's see this one.
So hungry. I gotta eat something.
Again, Raphael? Here, perhaps this will suffice.
Really? I can have this? But don't you need to eat after all that training?
We can't have you starving, can we? Your strength is a great asset. It would be a terrible loss if you fell faint in battle. Besides, no true noble can look upon the hungry with indifference.
Seriously? Wow, that's awful generous of you. Thank you so much.
You're welcome. But listen while you eat. I believe it would benefit you to pay more attention to the way you carry yourself in the company of your betters. It is the duty of the nobility to protect the common folk. And, in return, the commoner is expected to show deference and respect. Naturally, I understand that there is a certain tendency toward familiarity because we are classmates. However...
Oh, that was tasty.
Raphael, did you hear a word I just said?
Nope, not at all.
Oh, hey! I sent my little sis some of that fancy treat you gave me a while back. She wrote back to say that it was tasty and to thank you. So thanks.
That is excellent news. I'm pleased to hear that you both enjoyed it. But there's no need for you to thank me. It was actually a gesture of gratitude in the other direction, from me to you. Thanks to the wisdom of your words, I have begun to consider my approach to dining in a completely new way. Mealtime has proven to be ideal for the study of character. It is a tool I intend to make great use of as the leader of the Alliance.
Yep. It's just like I told you. Food tastes better when you eat with good company.
That's not quite what I meant. No matter. You are satisfied, I trust?
I could probably keep eating, but I'm ready to train. All right. Time to get back to it so I can protect my buddy Lawrence.
I've not quite gotten through to you, have I? It is
Not at
the
all.
duty of a commoner to protect a noble. That is fundamentally against the order of society.
But if you hadn't given me food just now, I couldn't have survived on the battlefield because I'd be too weak to train. Who'd take care of my little sis if I wasn't around? She'd probably end up starving to death as well. In a way, by feeding me, you're protecting her too.
It was only a little food. There's no need to get carried away.
You're a real decent noble, you know that? Worrying so much about my sister and all. All I gotta do is protect you, then you protect everyone else, right?
I'm not certain your logic is sound, but your strength is undeniable. Very well. Do as you like. Dining certainly is a window to the soul. Eating with you has helped me to see that I've misjudged you. You're not some gluttonous simpleton. You are grateful for the protection the nobility offers, and eager to emulate our example.
Lysithia and Felix. This should be interesting. Oh, he doesn't like sweets and she does. This should be fun.
Yes, these are the moments I live for.
I don't understand you.
You again? Can't you see I'm busy?
Trust me, I didn't mean to interrupt.
So how did you like the cake? I bet you ate it, didn't you? I knew it was irresistible. What was the experience like? I'm curious, from a research perspective.
Oh yeah, this is a
I don't know,
continuation of
I
that.
didn't eat it. I gave it to some kid.
You gave it to some undeserving child?
We've been over this. I don't like sweets.
Cake is not a sweet. Cake is the divine essence of the heavens.
Everyone has their own tastes.
That's true, but life without cake is no life at all.
I'm gonna take a picture of that because one of my friends really will agree with that.
Is inexcusable.
I'm not sure why you're so fixated on this.
I simply can't resist the spongy magnificence of cakes. I don't understand how you can be so dispassionate.
Yeah, I have a friend who's gonna really like that.
You just don't like it.
Just try a bite. Come on, open up.
No, I already told you I don't want it.
But I made this one with care and attention, love even. And I went light on the sugar just for you.
Not light enough, I bet. If I eat this, will you stop bothering me?
More or less. Just don't give it to some silly child this time.
Let's get this over with.
Turns out he actually liked it because support level B is now the current status. Dorothea and Bernadetta, oh boy.
Hello, Bern. Oh no, what did I do this time? Did I offend
Music
you?
sounded
Is
serious
this
for a minute.
Revenge? No, not at all. I just want to talk. Give
If you promise not to resort to violence, I'll do whatever you want. Bern, I've just been worried about you, that's all. When I said I was your friend, you ran away, saying something about your father. Remember?
Vaguely?
I know you've lived through some bad times. If you could tell me about it, maybe I could help?
Oh, I don't know.
Please. Your father's not here now. Whatever it is, you're safe to tell me.
All right. My parents told me never to befriend a commoner. They said commoners are scum, and that they'd crush any that tried to come near me.
Oh, Jesus.
Hang on. Scum? They called me... commoners. They called us scum?
Yeah. But once, a long time ago, I did secretly make friends with one. A boy. When my father found out about it, he disappeared the very next day. I heard he was found beaten half to death. I never saw him again. Since then, I've been terrified of making friends with anyone. Commoners especially.
Oh my God.
I never knew that kind of thing really happened. You hear stories, sure, but... Oh, Bern, I'm so sorry. I'm proud to be your commoner friend.
What was that? And they come and beat the shit out of her.
Hey now, relax. There's nothing to bawl about. If your dad tried to beat me up, I'd return the favor and then some.
Return the favor?
I'd beat up your
In
dad.
the opera, you better believe I had run-ins with the most wicked, terrible men. I survived kidnappings, attempted murders, all kinds of stuff. But you know what? I broke those guys' arms. Snap! It was a thank you for all the trouble they went through trying to hurt me.
Holy shit.
You were incredible, Dorothea.
So, now that you know I can defend myself, can we be friends, Bern?
All right.
I'll break your daddy's legs if no.
Yeah.
Leone and Bernadetta. Oh,
Here.
we'll see how this one goes.
I patched up the clothes you gave me. Hey, thanks. You've helped me a lot lately. I feel like I should be doing this stuff myself. But ever since you patched up my sleeve, I've been really interested in your craft. Craft? You mean my embroidery? Yeah. When I saw what you were doing, I thought, what the heck is that? But it turned out to be a nice touch, once I was actually wearing it. Practical, too. When you're embroidering, you patch up the torn parts with new cloth, right? And that strengthens it, so the same part won't break as easily next time. I'm glad you like it. At first, I felt like you thought it was stupid. I was worried you secretly hated me or something. It made me pretty scared to show you my stitching. Sorry. I should have told you I liked it. Thanks, Bernadetta. I'm glad I asked for your help. Oh, it's nothing. What'd you make this time? A hornet, huh? You do like the scary critters, don't you? It zips out from the trees and struts, just like you. I sting like a hornet, do I? Actually, I like that. You know, you want to be more confident. What? You're good enough at sewing that you can make a living out of it. You should take pride in that. Your skills would be really useful to the war effort, too. We're always needing equipment mended. Useful? Oh, no. I'm completely useless. Even more so on the battlefield. That's not true at all. You've been a great help. Maybe I'm a better fighter, but I've got nowhere near the same skill at sewing. We can help each other. Isn't that what friends do? Friends? We're friends? Hey, come on. I know you're not the most confident, but this is getting silly. Of course we're friends. I completely trust you. Leone? Yeah? Get your clothes torn up as much as you want. I'll always be here to patch them right up. Right, for sure. But I wasn't just talking about embroidery, you know.
Alright, that's all of them. Alright, I should explore for this one because there's obviously going to be a lot of post-war talk.
Nah, doesn't matter how sturdy the keep. If the commander defending it is incompetent, it can fall as easy as anything. That's what they say, at least. I wonder if that applies to Fort Mercius. All I know is, if I was the Emperor, I'd never in a million years assign an incompetent commander to a fort as important as that one.
Which means that she's assigned the best of the best. Whoever that is, we're gonna kill him.
It's always so peaceful coming back here. But it's hard to relax knowing we have to go out on another expedition again so soon. And assaulting that huge keep. That sounds hard. Oh, really hard. Don't you think it'll be hard?
It's gonna be tough.
You think so? I knew you... Ow! Oh, ow. Can't believe I tried to hook you through the door.
Thought that was Ferdinand for a minute, but I know better. He did.
Hi there. Hey!
Actually, doesn't look like there's too many people around.
Claude takes care of the strategy, you direct the troops, and the rest of us focus on the fighting. As long as the system keeps working, we can win any battle, no matter the odds. That's what everyone's saying, anyway. Hope you can keep up with our expectations, Professor.
Hey!
Hey there! We merchants of the Alliance territories were excited to hear of your victory in the last battle. We don't much like the prospect of doing business under the heel of the Empire. The Alliance is what we know and love. But more than that, it's low on regulations, which is great for business. Please keep up the good work, Professor. The merchants of the world are on your side.
That dude looks like Sean Spicer.
No. Greetings, Professor. Nothing to report.
Is it true that we'll be assaulting Fort Mercius next? That doesn't sound like the brightest idea. I've heard that it's built to withstand an attack from even the largest of armies. And not to tell you how to do your job, but don't do it. I'm not ready to say my final goodbyes to everyone.
I'm not ready to give my final nothing to report.
Welcome. Come back soon.
Hello! Tell your friends.
Professor.
What do you require? Farewell.
God, I'm low on money.
I never used to care whether I lived or died. But after seeing so much death firsthand, I now realize how precious life truly is. I'm ashamed of how arrogant I was to think that death could mean so little. I'm ashamed.
This experience is critical.
I hardly recognize everyone. Their faces have changed so much. More experience in the eyes, and more pain. I'm glad that they're stronger. but I hate to think they've all become hardened killers. Look after them, okay? Try to keep them on the straight and narrow.
You know, Professor, laying siege to a keep is like asking a girl out on a date.
How?
First you get past her defenses, then you make your move. I knew you'd get it, Professor. Anyway, you know more about tactics than me, so I don't know why I'm offering you advice.
After that great battle earlier, the balance of power in Fogland has shifted greatly. To get revenge for all our fallen friends, we'll have to stake our lives on the fight that lies before us.
Professor, I have a question for you. Have you heard of the Death Knight? I'm referring to that Imperial general who has been operating under that moniker.
He's probably our,
Nothing is certain yet.
Oh, he's probably our opponent.
We'll have to face him soon enough.
Fort Mercius is old and strong. Its reputation for durability is equal to that of Aryan Road. Are we really going to leave this to Claude, with a plan concocted by Hilda of all people? I would like to, but I am always troubled by how secretively that man devises his schemes. Let us hope the end result is not too outlandish.
You can't be serious.
My relation was always by my side. We might even say that, at one time, we were best friends. I couldn't fathom the depth of his hatred for the Empire. So much anguish. Could I have saved him? Could I have stopped him?
Raphael in the Advanced Brawling Tournament, you bet your sweet bippy. Raphael might actually kill these people.
Sorry it's gotta be like this. Sorry it's gotta be like this. No chance.
Jesus.
That's another one.
These guys don't even get to make a move.
No chance.
You can't be serious.
Oh, everyone's upstairs, that's why.
Singing.
This should be suitable.
Hey, you.
Professor, so many people died in the battle at Gronder. And here we are, preparing for the next battle as if nothing happened the day before. It's almost easier to think about war as theater, with the stage an entire continent. Something like that. If an accident happens on stage, the next day's performance must be unaffected. Everyone just pretends like everything is fine, focusing on their role in the play.
The golden deer largely are in the top floor.
As I suspected, they seem to be supporting the Imperial Army now. Though I don't quite know who they are yet. Nor do I know what tricks they'll use against us next. We can't afford to let our guard down.
The battle at Gronder Field was gruesome, wasn't it? But perhaps it's irresponsible to look away, to close our eyes to the horrors of war. Thank you. But I think I do, actually. As survivors, we must ensure that all these lives were not lost in vain. We must see the tragic foundations upon which we'll build our future. May an age of peace rise from the ashes, so that all this sacrifice means something.
Hi.
I think Hilda's quite a tactician, disguising ourselves as enemy soldiers to sneak in undetected. A stroke of brilliance. With this strategy, we can really snatch victory from the jaws of deceit. Ah, rats! You've seen through my cunning punning.
I think I found Rich's favorite character, although he's been digging on his mustache.
Please tell Claude not to give us any more ridiculous orders. I've reached out through all of my channels, but there are limits to these things. I'll have to recruit an entire town's worth of people if I ever plan on making enough Imperial uniforms.
Each time we take a step forward, more blood is spilled. But by spilling that blood, we're able to take yet another step forward. War is always a cruel affair. But luckily, we have each other to lean on. We've steeled our hearts. We won't be broken. If anyone's starting to feel the strain, I'm sure just hearing from you will reassure them. Please, do whatever you can to keep their morale up. Oh, and about taking the fort, I'll need a tad more time to prepare our plan. It's called an impregnable fortress for a reason, after all. My contingencies need contingencies this time, or we may not pull it off.
Thanks so much. You're a sweetheart. I wonder how far we can get with this plan. Dressing up like Imperial soldiers to sneak in.
First you need the
Claude said it
outfits.
could use some refinement. Any ideas?
Just Claude as a woman.
Claude dressed as a woman? I don't understand what the point of that would be. On second thought, let's just stick to the plan as originally conceived. That seems safer.
Coco with the 10 bits, thank you very much. Welcome to the stream. How are you doing today?
Each step closer to Enbar, I'm reminded of another part of my past. Riches and poverty, glory and failure. That city has it all.
Still baffles me how good this game looks on the Switch.
Sometimes I miss it. That's how the past works, though, isn't it? It's always a different story than what you really lived.
Doing fine, just relaxing. Same, honestly. I'm hooked on my Persona 5 New Game Plus run. I was kind of like really upset I had to come away to this, but I don't want to leave this hanging forever either.
I wonder, do you happen to know the nickname given to Fort Mercius?
Fodlan's Locket?
That one is a fortress that stands at Fodlan's throat. Seems Fodlans give everyone and everything a nickname. Why, you were called the Ashen Demon. Myself, I have been called the Father of Crestology, which is a nickname as well as a title, I suppose.
How's New Game Plus going? Considering how I'm not entertaining an audience, and I'm also much more knowledgeable about the game, it's been going well. I started my New Game Plus run a week ago, and I'm already on Futaba's Palace. I just reached it before I decided to switch over to streaming.
Some say they saw Gilbert, who used to serve in the Knights of Seros, at Gronder. Apparently,
not entertaining an audience and not reading every single solitary line of dialogue.
He was an exceptional knight.
Definitely makes it go by faster. Plus, I have all my old weapons from the original, so I haven't died yet.
I can see further than most other people can see, but I can't figure the point of seeing.
And I also don't need to. I don't need to max my social stats at all. I still have all those, so that's more time to raise my confidence. And I've been collecting the personas. I am halfway done the Persona Compendium.
I suppose I could see a whole horde of enemies coming and run away. That's kind of useful, at least. Thanks, Professor. I think I get it now. I'm gonna put my eyes to real good use.
The only person I haven't talked to yet is Teth.
Fort Mercius is
I have every intention of platinuming Persona 5 before Royal comes out. My real obstacle, I think, is going to be fighting the secret boss.
The city should be almost entirely at our mercy.
But I honestly can deal with that at any time.
I have faith that it will lead to victory.
Because I intend on selling my copy of Persona 5 back and use it to get Royal. But I'm going to wait until the game actually comes out to do that. All I really have to do is complete the Persona Compendium, beat the secret boss, raise all my confidence to max, and just do all the tasks. Yeah, we can auto-instruct today.
Now to keep polishing my skills.
May I ask a question, Professor?
I want to knit an animal doll for someone, but I'm not sure what kind to make. They love eagles, lions, and deer equally. I don't know what to do. Why not make one of each?
Wow, you're a genius!
I mean, Why were they standing there? Do they have questions?
I'm glad it's you.
I welcome your assistance.
That wasn't so bad.
I've learned a thing or two from battle.
What are you gonna do when Luigi's Mansion 3 comes out? I might just stream it. Cause I want to do it on Super Bonus Round, but there's no way to do share play with Nintendo Switch. Emily is busy, and Austin lives a state away. Ooh, is it seminar time? Seminar time. And if they tell me to explore again, I'm going to rest so I can repair my Sword of the Creator.
I've got the gist of it now.
There is always more to learn. Perhaps I'll expand the scope of my research.
I'm finding my focus.
Automatic instruct. Everyone's motivation's too damn low. And not only will resting will repair the Sword of the Creator, but it'll also raise everyone's motivation back up. Yeah, I'm gonna stream Luigi's Mansion 3. I'd also like to do a Super Bonus Round playthrough, but that's gonna be hard to coordinate unless one of them can come up here when it comes out. For sure, I'm gonna stream Medieval, but that will take me only a couple of days, and there's only a couple of days between Luigi's Mansion and Medieval anyway.
Now to apply this knowledge.
Hell, if I really wanted to, I could beat Medieval in one stream. I've done it before.
A long way to go.
Oh yeah, depending on how much time there is between Three Houses finishing and Medieval's release, I'm gonna do a retrospective series of streams where I play all of the games in the series. Where it's basically just 1, 2, and then Resurrection, and then that'll be that. I don't know why it's called Luigi's Mansion when it takes place in a hotel, because that's what the franchise is called. I honestly thought it would have been funny if Luigi's Mansion 3 took place in a castle where we got to actually live out the Simon Belmont trailer. Raphael's birthday! We're having a tea party for our boy!
I'm here, Professor. Thanks. Ooh, making me hungry.
Oh, fuck.
You sure?
I thought he liked working. I don't know my boy as well as much as I think I do. I ruined your birthday, man.
Thanks for the tea. But next time, let's stick to meat.
Meat-flavored tea. St. Macule Day is today. There will be a hymn and recital at the cathedral. Will you participate? Yeah.
Singing with others is a nice change of pace. Usually I do it when I'm alone.
Everyone should sing louder. It feels so good just to let it out.
Well, Professor, impressed?
Perseverance is the key.
Growth sustains me.
Fuck, Felix knows Thoron. I should get him some magic items. Yeah, let's get some paralogs out of the way. Well, now I'm at 51 in 3 minutes.
Very interesting.
What's interesting?
Oh, Teach. How long have you been there? Don't sneak up
Enough.
on me like that. You almost gave me a heart attack. Anyway, I'm reading the official biography of the Four Saints, as sanctioned by the Church. I know you're not very familiar with the teachings of Seros, but even you must have read it at least once.
I don't think so.
Tell me again, how exactly did you manage to get a job teaching at an academy run by the Church? Well, whether you've read the biography or not, the Four Saints must at least ring a bell, right? Well then, I've got a little quiz for you. Name the Four Saints, companions of the great Saint Seros. I'll give you a hint. There was Keyhole, Sethline, Indek, and... who was the fourth one again? Correct. I was hoping you'd know that much at least. In any case, you can learn some interesting things reading about the life and times of Saint Macuil. For instance, he was more skilled with his hands than his fellow saints, and even became an accomplished blacksmith. He used his skills to forge countless sacred weapons for the army of Seros. Of course, he didn't just forge the weapons, he also used them in battle himself. Legends say his strength was second only to Seros. It's even said that he played a big role in the Battle of Tailtean, where Seros fought Nemesis, the King of Liberation who became the King of Evil. Macuil lost his life in that battle, and now his body rests in a coffin within the Holy Mausoleum. Or so one story goes. Another legend says he set off on a journey to find a new land. That he left Fodlan from the east, crossed the sea, and vanished. He must have left Alliance territory, but where exactly would he have set sail from, I wonder? Thinking about it reminds me of another interesting story concerning the Srang region. The peninsula is attached to the mainland of Fodlan and extends from the northeastern part of Kingdom territory. If you were to set sail from Margrave Edmund's territory, you could cut across a stretch of sea and land there. And it just so happens that in the Srang region, there are ruins built to worship a sacred beast that appeared from across the sea. If the ruins have something to do with Saint Macuil, there could be sacred weapons there. So, have I piqued your interest, or what? You always have to play it cool, don't you? Just think of how useful it would be to have weapons like that. Not to mention that the peninsula would be pretty easy to get to about now, seeing as how Alliance territory has settled down a bit. We'd be there and back in no time. No one would even notice we were gone. Come on, Teach. Let's go to the Srang region. I always see it through once I set my mind on something. Let's make the necessary preparations before I die of curiosity. there are the ruins. It looks like we're not gonna have the luxury of an excavation. Look, I bet those are the watchmen of the ruins, and that they've been ordered to keep out intruders. And that big beast? I hear they call it the Wind Caller.
Thieves! Only by defeating me can you claim the secret treasure.
Yeah, it speaks! What is it?
Huh? Who are you? I'm just here for a bit of treasure. Don't attack me!
Someone got here first. Must be a band of looters. We can't let them get the treasure. Guess their luck's about to run out.
I do this for all of us. Shall we?
I'll cut through. Steady now.
I'll do my best.
What's my strategy?
My orders? Let's make this quick.
What's the plan?
More fighting.
At the ready. Good time for a secret scheme. Sorry, but I must. I'm that much closer to my goal.
Leave it to me.
That's it for me.
Right up, like right away.
You're not trying to take this treasure from me, are you?
Let's think carefully.
If I don't get this treasure back, the boss is gonna be really angry with me.
I have an idea.
Huh? Are you looting too? Well, I'm not letting you have this treasure.
How about a curtsy? There's more. Seems like fighting's all I do these days.
Watch this. A fitting outcome. Sorry, but I must.
No, that's my treasure.
We're all desperate, aren't we? Too easy. So close.
Worth a try.
Guess.
I sense an improvement.
There's more to be done.
You're a big help.
Can't afford to slack off.
I smell those detestable 10 elites. Who are you?
I'm the grandson of the grandson of the grandson of the elite Regan. Now tell me who you are.
I am your family's enemy. If you carry the blood of the 10 elites, you cannot be permitted to live.
What do you mean by that? And what's that crest on your forehead?
No more talk. If you wish to survive, you must destroy me.
Treasure. I thought it would make me rich.
Have
After all the trouble we went through to get this treasure, I'm not gonna let you get your hands on it.
I should never have become a thief.
Piece of cake.
Be careful.
I'm sorry.
Is that it? Piece of cake.
My moment has arrived.
Sorry, but I must. So at the ready.
What's my strategy?
Steady now.
There's more to be done.
I'll cut through. All right, next.
My orders? Be careful.
Leave it to me.
Let's make this quick.
What's the plan?
For the future of Fodlan.
Too easy. Strategy in motion. You got yourself killed. And that
I'll have to be clever.
I do this for all of us. Still here.
You knew the odds.
Thank you.
It's a bad time to die.
I'll do my best.
Those who stand before me, how long has it been? Hundreds of years, thousands. You have the stink of Sophis upon you,
finish this!
Burn until we meet again.
Good, but not enough. Just be careful.
Gonna need you to move! Yeah!
That it?
I sense an improvement.
Thanks so much.
For Gerald.
Let's try something.
What's you shouldn't get win?
Got you covered.
Now's our chance. I'm stronger than before.
Me of all people. Really?
I may not survive. Forgive me. My battle ends here.
I want to do my part.
Be smart or I'm finished.
No strength left.
I'm on a roll!
Am I getting closer?
It stopped moving. Is it dead? Seems it's just sleeping. I thought we were supposed to be given the treasure, but... Forget it. I'll just have a look around there. What about this thing? Huh. I'll think about it later. Thanks for all your hard work, Teach. Sorry for dragging you along with me. I had no idea it would turn into a fight. But hey, at least we got some treasure out of it. I'll leave this in your capable hands. Do with it as you will. How would we do that? More importantly, I didn't go there looking for treasure. Not really. Legends about the saints abound. It's hard to tell fact from fiction. I like to... Not a thing. We didn't find anything concrete to prove that Saint Macuil had been there. We can't say for certain that the treasure we found was Macuil's either. I do wish we could have spoken to that wind caller a bit more. Unlikely. Macuil lived thousands of years ago. And I've never heard anything about the saints being monsters like that. Wait a minute. Could the wind caller have anything to do with the Immaculate One? The Immaculate One is a monster sent by the goddess. Could the wind caller be... Where was it that I heard that stuff about them having been sent by the goddess? Maybe I'm too tired. My head is heavy. I can't think straight anymore. Let's call it a day for now. I've got plenty of time to think this over.
Shall we? Sorry, but it's you or me. I still have a long way to go.
I'll cut through. One to remember.
My orders? Make a difference?
What's the plan?
What's my strategy?
At the ready.
More fighting.
Leave it to me.
I'll do my best.
Steady now.
We're all desperate, aren't we? Too easy.
I won't let this hold me back.
You got yourself killed. Piece of cake.
is going to plan.
Don't underestimate us. This is for the best, right? Now to apply this knowledge.
That's another one.
I'll defeat you! I wasn't about to let you go.
Look at you!
Will this ever end? Feels like fighting is all there is.
Fighting wears me out. I still have a long way to go.
lead them well.
Alright, next. Stronger, faster, never enough.
There's more work to be done. Never let your guard down.
We're all desperate, aren't we?
I delivered our letter to Fort Mercius. I don't think they suspected anything.
I knew I was right to entrust that task to you. You've got that honest kind of face that makes it easy to fool people.
Is that meant to be a compliment?
What did you write in the letter?
I informed them that reinforcements were on the way. It would have been suspicious for troops to show up unannounced.
So, the plan is...
We'll disguise ourselves as reinforcements from the Imperial capital and sneak into Fort Mercius.
Oh, you used my disguise plan after all.
We've also procured Imperial Army uniforms.
Ooh, good work. I knew this was the only way.
However, that alone wouldn't be enough.
You did say the plan needed a little more refinement. Are you going to dress up like Edelgard, Claude?
I'm not sure that would accomplish much. In the letter, I included the name of the Imperial General leading the reinforcements. While we're heading to the fort, a separate army is going to attack us.
We're going to be attacked?
That's all just for show, though. It'll be our allies who are attacking us.
Oh, I get it. We're going to make it look like the Alliance is attacking Imperial reinforcements.
Right. When the troops in the fortress panic and open up the gates, we're in.
I'd love nothing more than for this plan to work, but I've got some bad news for you. Apparently, the notorious Death Knight has been placed in charge of defending Fort Mercius.
The one who kidnapped Flame.
The Death Knight. I did not wish to ever think of him again.
He got some acclaim in the battle to subjugate Western Fargus. They say he holds the most military prowess in the Empire.
Even so, we've got Teach here to command us. All will be well. You have to trust us.
So your big plan is to just trust your professor? Really, boy?
Under the professor's guidance, I'm sure we'll manage somehow. We're counting on the tactics you learned from Captain Gerald.
Prepare yourselves, everyone. It's time. Teach, this is for your ears only, but there's actually one more part to my plan. I had hoped it wouldn't come to this, but I have no choice. Absolutely. We can't afford to hold anything back. Thanks to Edelgard's strength, the Imperial Army is more unified than I would have expected. It was a painful realization, but after our battle at Gronder Field, it's clear that we can't win if we don't pull out all the stops. I also realized something else during that battle. There really is something special about you, Teach. The reason we were all able to keep our cool in the midst of the chaos was because we all trust in you, in your command and in your strength. Everyone here believes that we will win as long as we have you on our side. Our faith in you is borderline religious. You and I, we have what it takes to free Fodlan from the Empire's rule. I know in my heart that we'll make it through to witness the world after all the fighting has ceased.
That woman approaches.
Who are you talking about? You don't mean that professor, do you? It doesn't matter. No one could take this fortress.
Sounds like a bother. I'll be taking a nap about now.
Will Death's scythe claim you? Or will I fall to that sword of yours?
I suppose.
I passed thanks to you, Professor.
While awaiting reinforcements, the Alliance predicts the Empire will continue to fortify its defenses at Fort Merceus. Knowing this risk, Claude and a select few advance, hoping to gain entry to the fort through deception.
Welcome. Come back soon. Welcome. Come back soon.
General, reinforcements have arrived from the capital. They clashed with Alliance forces in the outskirts of the city, but should enter the fortress soon.
You let them in? Make haste and slaughter them all!
Huh? Why?
They are enemies. Slaughter them all. I will not say it again.
We made it in. Professor, take control from the south. I have my own task to do from here. There are preparations to be made for our secret plan.
I see your skills haven't dulled yet, kiddo.
What did you expect? Everyone, listen up! From now on, the Almiran forces will be fighting by our side. We'll work as one, and we will bring down that fort together! An impregnable fortress is a wide-open prairie once you get inside. From here, we'll attack from the north and south at once.
No different than a prairie, you say? You've got a strange head on your shoulders, kiddo.
For Nadir the Undefeated, this should be as easy as a walk in a meadow, right?
Ha! Well, goddess or death god or whoever they may be, let's crush them to dust.
shall we?
There's no stopping me.
Leave it to me.
What's my strategy?
Shall we?
Steady now.
Ready and able.
My orders? Let's make this quick.
I'll cut through.
At the ready. I'm that much closer to my goal.
Nice try.
My moment has arrived.
Sorry, but I must.
That's a big help.
All is going to plan.
Seems like fighting's all I do these days.
I will not fall.
took care of it.
Decent form.
I'll try. Don't get used to this. Not quite what I'd hoped for.
Should have seen that coming. Gotta get stronger.
I'd rather not fight, yet avoiding it is more frustrating and fruitless than engaging in the battle itself. I hope someday there will be no fighting and we can all just nap the afternoon away.
I fought and won.
So close. Too easy.
Impressive. I must retreat.
I found...
Here is something to believe in.
It won't be in vain.
You did it!
Guess I have no choice. afford to slack off.
The time is ripe.
Report! The Death Knight is moving. It looks like they're abandoning the fortress and making an escape.
We need to put an end to this here and now. Come on, let's circle around and cut off his retreat.
I will destroy you! How about a curtsy?
Not so fast.
No!
Still room to improve.
Time for second! Sorry it's gotta be like this.
Good form.
Not looking good.
I've got another option. For Gerald. keep pushing myself.
One to remember.
Should have seen that coming. I saw that. I have made my peace.
So close. Strategy in motion. We're all desperate, aren't we? Oh.
Sorry it's gotta be like this.
Can't afford to fall.
I must stay the course. Growing stronger suits me. I have made my peace. Still room to improve.
Can't afford to fall.
I'll cut through.
There's no stopping me. There's no stopping me.
Leave it to me. Get out of here! You should have seen that coming.
At the ready. Hey, how long's it been? 5 years? Who'd have thought you'd end up an Imperial General?
So, you wish to die?
As antisocial and unhinged as ever, I see.
Let's make this quick. Not looking good. Watch and learn.
So much for my...
What's my strategy?
At the ready.
Desire to slay me, follow. The appointed hour is at hand.
I can't afford this setback. He's hiding something. It's annoying to do what he's telling us to, but we don't really have a choice. After him.
It is coming. Leave now, or all of you will die.
Run! We have to evacuate immediately!
What just happened here? The fort. It's just gone.
Thank you so much.
Hey, kiddo, what was with that javelin of light?
Javelin of light. Well, that describes it pretty well. The fortress was supposedly impregnable, but look at it now. It's hard to imagine that the Empire would do something like that. But if not them, then who? And for what purpose? If they wanted to kill us, then why wait until now to use it?
We almost died just now, and without an answer to any of that. Speaking of unanswered questions, why is Nardell here? Care to explain? I get the feeling there's something you two are keeping from us.
I'll go ahead and see my subordinates off to Elmira, kiddo.
Wait, Nader! Are you really just gonna leave me here and run away?
I hope to see you again, Judith. And you too, Professor. I'll be praying for your safety.
Nader? Are you saying that Nardell is actually Nader the Unstoppable?
It's actually Nader the Undefeated. Almirans love grand titles.
I knew he was no ordinary person, but to think he was the great hero of Elmira.
Hey, can we really afford to be chatting right now? If another one of those javelins of light falls, we're all dead.
Claude, there are things I wish to ask you, but first we must hurry and withdraw.
Right you are. Come on, everyone. Let's hurry up and get out of here.
Claude, it is time for you to explain. Why are you so close with an Almiran general?
Well, he did quite a bit for me when I was younger.
When you were younger? So, before you joined House Regan. How and where did you meet him? There aren't many opportunities to meet a general from Elmira in Fodlan.
If that's what you believe, it's only because that's what you've been led to believe. After all, we have Cyril here among our allies, and he was born in Elmira.
Hey now, don't drag me into this.
There's a big, wide world outside of Fodlan, and it's overflowing with different places and cultures. You think interacting with outsiders is odd, but isn't avoiding contact with the outside world far more unnatural?
Don't change the subject, Claude. To the people of the Alliance, the Almirans are...
It's true that there's a history of hostility, but why should that mean we're doomed to remain hostile forever? The Almirans aren't monsters. Just look at Cyril. Does he look like a monster to you?
Hey, what's that supposed to mean?
Right, Teach? What did you think when you met Nader? I'll tell him you said that. And I'm sure that if all of you got to know him, all of your preconceived notions would change too. I know you guys, and you aren't the type of people to reject someone without trying to get to know them.
But how did those Almirans even get past Fodlan's throat? I doubt my brother would just let them pass without saying anything.
Yeah, about that. I actually made sure your brother met Nader in advance.
What? Lord Holst met with an Almiran general?
Oh, so that's why you were so interested in my brother.
But wait, they're supposed to be bitter enemies. They've fought each other several times before.
I know, it was a big gamble. But rather than having me try to convince them myself, I knew it would be easier to just have them meet. They were taken aback at first, but sure enough, they hit it off. They were even drinking to their newfound brotherhood before parting.
It makes sense. If you take the greatest heroes away from the battlefield, of course they'll get along.
Fighting one minute and drinking together the next? Men are so weird.
Ultimately, someone's bloodline has nothing to do with the friendships they forge. Relations between the Alliance and Elmyra is a matter we'll tackle in the future. Still, I want to take this opportunity to make one thing clear to all of you. After we defeat the Empire, I intend to tear down the walls that separate Fodlan from the outside world. I want to let people and goods come and go freely, and in doing so, eradicate prejudices about the outside world.
Huh?
Would it even be possible to achieve such a thing? It directly contradicts the Seros' tenets.
Does it? I'm not so sure. In any case, I'm prepared for the inevitable protests and criticism. New ways of doing things are always met with resistance. During our time at the Officers' Academy, all of you overcame the barriers of birthplace, status, and ideology. Having gone through so much with all of you, I have no doubt that, in time, you'll understand.
I guess there were a lot of different people there. People we wouldn't have met through the normal course of our lives.
Dusker once opposed the kingdom, but there was someone from Dusker there. Brigid once invaded the Empire, but the Brigid princess was there. We ate at the same table as those people. Sure, sometimes we didn't get along, but other times we helped each other out. Can we really draw a definitive line in the sand and say one group of people is all good and another all bad? If I can realize my dream, Fodlan will be reborn. The old age will end, and we'll welcome a new dawn.
But if...
Save your objections for another day, Gloucester boy. That said, there are more pressing matters to discuss. Our next step is to invade the Imperial capital, right?
That's right. I'm sure Edelgard is eagerly awaiting our arrival in Enbar. Reinforcements from the Alliance Lords should arrive soon. Let's make sure we're ready to greet them.
Part 2. Verdant Wind. Garland Moon. The Chaos of War. Claude's plan to call in all Myran forces succeeds, and the Alliance army captures Fort Mercius. Before they can celebrate their victory, javelins of light rain down from the sky and destroy the fort. Forced to temporarily evacuate, the Alliance army regroups at Garreg Mach until it is ready to march on Enbar, the Imperial capital.
It's almost time to invade the Imperial capital. We still don't know where Rhea is, but if she's alive, she's likely in Enbar. Hopefully we manage to find her without too much trouble. I know, but if we're not careful, she'll just be whisked away again. I'm sure you must be anxious to see her again. I understand. You need to see Rhea again so you can figure out who you really are. But we're going up against Edelgard here. It won't be so simple.
Our next stop is the Imperial capital. We've sure come a long way.
What are you talking about? This is Garreg Mach. It's where we started.
I didn't mean literally, Raphael. I was speaking symbolically.
My earnest desire to protect the Alliance has carried me this far. It will not fail me. I am sure the rest of you all have your own reasons to fight as well. Of course, I understand that the fight will not end until we defeat the Empire. And now the time has arrived at long last to march on the Imperial capital and defeat the Emperor.
It really gets you thinking, doesn't it? We all come from different places and have different goals and dreams. But thanks to those two, we were all able to come together and overcome all sorts of challenges. You are referring to Claude and the Professor, I assume? Even within our own odd group, those two are particularly unusual. Oh, so you are aware that you're odd. Well, it was simply a figure of speech. I am speaking about Claude and the Professor right now.
They're like the wind and the trees.
Huh? Claude and the Professor are? What does that even mean? And who is which?
Oh, I was just thinking that if we're the birds, then those two are like the trees and the wind. The Professor is a great tree that kindly embraces us and watches over us as we perch on its branches. And Claude is like the wind, pushing us forward as we soar across the open sky.
The metaphor about the Professor is solid, but I think Claude just blows us around on a whim. Still, we owe him a lot.
I think that's beautiful, Marianne. I can really picture it. When this war is over, I'd love to paint a picture of those two. Oh, and of all the people we've fought with as well.
You mean like a historical painting? I like that. Maybe our descendants will look at it a long, long time from now.
I must say, that piques my interest. I look forward to seeing how you portray my valiant efforts.
When you put it that way, we may be witnessing one of the greatest events in Fodlan's history. It's a lot of pressure, but the sense of duty I feel is even stronger than the fear.
I'm just happy to be here with all you. I won't get scared, no matter what we face.
We have our goal. Enbar, the Imperial capital. Let's get to work.
Thank you so much.